sometimes it's like people will get jealous of you, start hating on you, and they don't even realize that all you're doing is just tapping into the energy, tapping into your intuitions. You're just tapping into what's influencing you. It's God. God's the one that's doing all the work. He's the one that's directing your footsteps. Do you get what I'm saying? And all you're doing is just, being directed. Do you get what I'm saying? You're just, for example, you might, join a group, or you might have just got employed. And when you turn up to the workplace, it's like, people always used to speak about this person here, this person that, this person's great, this person, and then you've come in now, and it's like all of a sudden now you're the hot property. Everyone's talking about you now and what you're doing, and it's like you're just thinking, I'm not doing nothing really. I'm just, I'm just being led. I'm just being directed. You get what I'm saying? You're only just doing what God has taught you and the skills and the talents that God has blessed you with. You're just the performance. The way you're performing is making other people uneasy. You get it? And it's not even so much on what you're doing. It's more about God's just trying to show his glory through you. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, sometimes the way you're doing certain things, people are looking at it like, who does this person think they are? Who do they think they are? Look at the way they're turning up. Look at the way they're doing this and that. But they're not understanding that you had to tap into this in times when you were meditating, when you were learning, when you were working on your skills, working on your talents. You had to really focus. You had to really meditate and really, become one with yourself and really learn the things that you had to learn, to the point where now when you're doing what you're doing, people are looking at it as, oh, they're doing too much, or they're trying to show off. And it's not really you trying to show off, it's just the glory, the light within you has to shine one way or another. You're just tapping into that energy. You're just tapping into, when I say you're just tapping in, I mean, for example, if you didn't apply for that job, you wouldn't be at that workplace. Do you get what I'm saying? If you didn't meditate and put your thoughts on pen and paper, you wouldn't have been able to direct that film or write that book. Do you get what I'm saying? If you didn't propose to who is now your wife, you wouldn't have a wife as beautiful as she is. Do you get what I'm saying? If you didn't turn up to that date, then you wouldn't be able to call that man your husband right now. Do you get it? So that's what I mean by you just tapped in to where you was being led. You tapped into that. You followed your intuitions. That's the only thing that you did. You just went to where you was being led to go to. And that's what I mean by you was tapping into that energy, tapping into that source. God was directing your footsteps. And because of that now, you might, be living a sort of life that, you might be you feel like you're heading towards your purpose. You're working on your purpose and you're heading towards where you should be in life because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. People around you will see you as competition, and they start asking themselves like, who does this person think they are? But it's not really you, it's just the God in you. What God is doing in your life is turning other people against you. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to carry on tapping in, and carry on walking with a light and shining it. Blind your enemies, that's all we can do, do you get what I'm saying? So that's what we're put here on earth to do anyway, to be fruitful and multiply. So whatever God blesses you with, multiply. Don't even worry, because if they were put in the same situation that you was put in, I'm very sure they would have, done the best that they could too. So for you as well, don't worry too much about what people are saying and how they're viewing you. You just do the best that you can do with your ability. You get it? Take it as further as you can take it. And that's just the message I wanted to share for today, is just to remind us that, if God has placed you somewhere, or God has gifted you something, or God has blessed you with something, don't feel bad and don't feel ashamed to outshine other people, because everyone gets their own time. And right now, if it's your time, you gotta just take it all the way, and don't, so that you don't live a life of regret. Maybe these people, they also had a chance to, perform the best that they could when God blessed them with something, and they chose to, they either chose to neglect it, or they just weren't walking right with God, and that's the decision that they made. So for you, I'll just say, just do the best that you can do, and don't worry about what others think or how others feel, because it's the God in you wants to shine, wants to show his glory through you, and that's just the message I had for today. My name's Forever Blessed Chris. This has been Chris Speaks. Make sure you subscribe and please press the like button if this has helped you out in any way. And if it's your first time seeing me today, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.